My name is Boris Polania. I'm the dev rel from Near, and we are going to talk about hacking with chain abstraction with Near. And I will talk a little about Near first, and then I will go into the chain abstraction part. So let me fix something here. It should be here. Come on. There you go. Okay. So I don't have a lot of time, so I will make the Near part very quick. Why Near? In case you don't know Near, we are layer one. We are natively charted, so we are really fast, really cheap. The account model is very unique, so it's very well suited for abstraction. The charging model makes us infinitely scalable. We can scale very easily. We just recharted last week to our fifth chart. We have a very good ecosystem, very good support for dev tooling and onboarding. We are making all that we can so you can not only yourself a developer onboard into Near, but you can onboard your users into Near when you deploy your application, you create your application. So what is chain abstraction, right? So it's a multi-party computation technology we have created that enable you as a developer to integrate multiple protocols to support multiple protocols, multiple chains, right? So don't eliminate. It basically eliminates your the risk of bridging, and it makes you easier to unify your user experience. Basically, you should be able to sign. What this means is you should be able to sign transactions from Near, from mostly any other blockchain. So your user, if they deploy a game, they should be able to sign transactions in any blockchain using only the Near ecosystem and the Near set of libraries, etc. So that's basically what is the chain abstraction about, right? So you can any EVM compatible network, even Bitcoin, Doge, Ripple, whatever, you can just use Near to unify the user experience and reduce the risk that comes with breaching assets, right? So again, simplify the user experience. You can abstract, you can hide all the complexity from your users. That's the main thing, right? You don't want users to keep dealing with the connecting the wallet, paying the gas. This is what we're trying to eliminate. You can use some of the services we have, like account recovery and stuff like that. You can eliminate you can delegate decide who pays the gas, so your user doesn't have to pay the gas. And well, we just said you have the cross-chain controller. So the components that we have for the chain abstraction thing is the relayers. Basically, when you deploy a relayer, you will be able to cover gas fees. All this works is you will be able to cover the gas fee, or decide who pays for the gas. It could be yourself or a third party. That's what we're trying to. I will show a little. I don't have a lot of time, but I will show later a little code for each one, so you have more idea what it takes to implement. And it will be thinking of the hackathon, like an easy way to because the bounties. I will talk about the bounties. One of the bounties is related with this. So the relayers is to cover the gas fees. So you decide who pays for the gas. You don't want users to pay gas. You can pay it yourself or any account you decide who will be paying the gas. So the signatures is one account, multiple chains. Basically, you sign the transaction. I will show that code too. You sign the transaction. There are like 5 steps. It's a meta transaction. At the end, what is happening is a meta transaction, and basically that's what will allow you to do that. You will be able to sign a transaction in another blockchain. You sign it from Near. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. And then we also have the fast out. So if you want to do email onboarding, like Google and stuff like that, OAuth is standard out. You can do. We have a set of libraries that you can do it. So you don't have to relay in a centralized service to onboard. Basically, it based the authentication on Near account. So I will show a little code about this too. Okay, so the bounties. Well, I will go to the bounties and then I talk to the code because I want you to see the code, an easy way to to deploy for the hackathon, right? That's why we are here, right? So we have two bounties. One is boost your startup within your horizon. So if you have a startup or a project already running, and you integrate any of the stack from near, it could be Aurora, smart contracts, Boss, you will be eligible for this bounty. It's a $5,000 bounties. We usually give one first or second, but if there are not enough good projects, we just give one. If there are many, with up to three, no more than three. Usually it's two. Most of the time it's two. And then we have the chain abstraction, the chain signatures. This, if you use any of the components that we're about to show, like the fast out, or the multi-chain, or the relayers, you should be able to be eligible for this specific bounty. So, well, this is us. We have a Telegram group just for the hackathon, where the developers are here. If you join, we have support all the hackathon. We will put in all the libraries. For example, we just released a libraries like 2 days ago when you can pay the gas of any blockchain in near. So if you integrate a chain, you can pay the gas in near, right? So that's the stuff like that we will be posting there. They're very beta thing, but you will be able to use it. Yeah. So let me show you a little so this is building a meta. You need to do the meta transaction doing a relayer. So the demo we have is using Next.js. So basically, you need to set up. You create an account that is really an account that will be, taking care of the gas, and you create you put the private ID, the private key, and then you just create the routes. Is that Next.js, right? So you need to create the routes where you will receive the requests. The code, it should be very copy pasted for you if you want to use it. You just need to make sure you have a near account, and yeah, you just create like the Next.js server. It's a Next.js example we have here, and then you have the client code. So you have two parts on the client code. You need to sign a delegated transaction. This is the meta transaction. You have to sign the transaction there, and then you use this is code that you can literally copy paste to sign the transaction, and then you need to use the relayer you created up here to send the transaction, right? So again, we'll be in the booth. If you get stuck here, we can go more detail, but I don't have like 15 minutes, so I can go through all this code. But this is what you need to do. You create the Next.js, you create the routes, then you have one part that will sign the transaction, the meta transaction, and then you use the relayer to submit the transaction to the other blockchain, right? It depends on where you want to sign it, where exactly blockchain are you using to integrate, right? That's it. That's all what you need. You will have access to this, but we'll be there. We can help you if you get stuck. Then you can do the chain, for the actual chain signature. There are 5 steps. You need to figure out. First, you need to derive the address on the other chains, right? So that's the first step you have to do. You have the example here. That's a little complex, but if you get stuck, you come to us. Then you have to create the transaction. That's again, this is a meta transaction. You create the transaction using the address you just derived, and then you request the signature. So you call the near the multi-chain. It's a library. It's a SDK. You use that library to request a signature in near for that transaction. Then you do the reconstruction of the signature, and then you use the relay to send the transaction. This one's a little tricky, but we have a step-by-step here. I only have 5 minutes. Okay, I only have a step-by-step here to how you can do that. And again, we'll be on the booth to do this. And the last part, I don't know what is here. I want it here, but I show you here, is the fast out. So the fast out SDK is an SDK that you can route. Ideally is you want to sign up your users using their email. So we use, it's a multi-party computation, the security using MPC, and then you just need the signer app. You require the recovery service, and you need again a transaction relayer, right? So the relayer is basically, you will need to use it everywhere. It's done in Next.js, so it should be, if you are familiar with React or Next, shouldn't be that hard, but still the sample codes are here. We can always help you. Um, so you have the code here. You require some keys that we can probably find. We should be able to find one for you. But this is a very long example. So just come to us. I won't be able to. But the idea is here that you create a email, or the user will be able to recover the access. That will be actually the benefit, right? And it's still, kind of decentralized. So that's one of the benefits of using the fast out SDK. So we also have the boss. We don't. I mean, if you want to use, there are other things that you can do. You can do boss, that is like React on chain. I don't have time to go through that, but that's something you can use it for the other bounty. But we really, if you can, we really want to focus on the abstraction part. That's the things we want for the bounties. So these are the three components. You can sign meta transactions. You can do the fast out, or you can do the multi-chain, the chain signatures. That's basically what the things what you'd like to focus. The make sure that building a related meta transaction. This is only for free transactions on Near, right? If you want to create an application that the user doesn't pay gas on Near, you use the relayer, the simple relayer, or you can use the multi-chain, so you can handle the signatures on other chains. But even so, you can do it so they don't have to pay the gas in another chain. It will be crazy for you to pay it, but you can pay the gas for them too. But the idea is they will be able to send transaction here. And so that's the three components we want you to use for the hackathon to apply for the abstraction bounty. They are a little coding intensive, but again, please stop by in the booth. And I don't have much time left, so because I want to use a couple of minutes for questions. So please, before leaving, join the Telegram group where we will be giving all the these links to these libraries and the SDKs and all the things. We're also we be giving some giveaways during the hackathon and stuff. So follow the Telegram group. So if you have any question, I think we still have a few more minutes to do that.
Yeah, thank you very much for the talk. I'm a bit curious about account abstraction. How does it work? Especially if, for example, when I create a Near account, does it create, for instance, an Ethereum?
Sorry, man. Can you repeat it?
Yeah. So I have a question regarding when you create a Near account, does it create an Ethereum wallet address and also a Bitcoin, for instance, address? Like that. And my second question is, could we aggregate a different wallet? So let's say, for example, I have a Bitcoin and Ethereum wallet. Is it possible to, when I'm creating a Near wallet, I can put the two wallets together for my Near account?
Well, not like that. If you want to integrate like a Bitcoin address, you have to, the first thing, it's a meta transaction, right? So you need to first to derive whatever address from the libraries we have. You can see into the screen, we have a code, a sample code, how you can derive addresses in other chains. So with once you derive, you first create the transaction, sign it, and use the relay to send it away. That's the way you link it. Not just by creating the account in Near, you cannot directly link. Basically, you have to derive, create the meta transaction, sign the transaction, and send it to the relay. That will be the right way to do it. Probably the only way to do it. Yeah.
Any more questions?
Yeah, I'm very interested in meta transaction. You said that it's possible to communicate with other chains, and is it possible to deploy some bytecode on Ethereum network? So I have a contract, I want to deploy it to Ethereum and pay fees in Near. Is it possible?
Yeah, I mean, I will need to understand exactly the contract, but you should be able to sign the transaction in Near and pay the gas in near. I mean,
So the contract deployments is also covered. So I can deploy contract using meta transaction.
to be honest, you got me there. If you want to deploy and pay, I need to double check that part. I know you can pay the gas for the transaction you sign, but probably if you can put the bytecode and the transaction inside the deployment of the contract, yeah, probably that's possible.
Okay,
But
thank you.
yeah, if you are in the Telegram group, we can ask directly to someone that is more involved with me than the Armando is there with the guy. He can, yeah. Any other question? Okay, guys. Well, thank you. Please stop by the booth and.